Hello and welcome to this AFC Champions League Elite group from the region of the West, and it's match day 2 for Al Hilal versus Al Shorta here from the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium in Riyadh. And there you are, Al Hilal. They sit in fourth, a chance to go top if they can score one or more today. And as for Al Shorta, well, they've got to get off that duck egg, that 0-point mark on a very warm night here in the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium. 33 degrees and not too much humidity, but I mean 33 degrees, that is some heat out there. Shirt sales going well for Al Hilal, and they'll need those to cover the cost, because some of the players here have been purchased for quite some money. Been looking at their team today, assembled for the princely sum of 354.6 million euros. Conversely, Al Shorta, around their value is around about 4.3 million euros. That just goes to show you the gulf in the ability to find the players to come and play for your club. The haves and the have-nots, but we've seen many Davids slain Goliaths, and that may be what's required today. Al Hilal come into the game having won their first game against Al Rayyan with a 3-1 victory, and they make just the one change to that side that did so very, very well. An injury has ruled out Tambakti, but we'll get on to the team news shortly. Twice they have won the AFC Champions League in 2021 and 2019, so they have a history of going deep into this competition. And the boss, the Blue Waves, the Blue Power, whatever you call them, they'll be looking under that man, Jorge Jesus, to get another scalp under their belts. They've started the season in the Saudi Pro League so very, very well. Just the 5 games into it, just the 5 victories, and they are 3 points clear already of Al Ittihad in second position. They are going for everything. They have the eyes, as we say in the Premier League, of Manchester City on every trophy being secured by them. Well, what can we say about the Harps? Al Shorta from Iraq, they make their way over here. Their record isn't great. They're perennially bad travellers in the AFC Champions League. Just 2 wins in 15 away ties over the years. These two teams are going head to the first time since 2004 when Al Hilal won both the group games. So they've got a little bit of a task in front of them. And bear in mind, as you watch this, Al Shorta, we've heard the phrase from Jose Mourinho, parking the bus. It could be one of those where they have to play really counter-attacking football. They have made the group stages in 2004, 2005, knocked out in the qualifiers in 2014, and they were group stage in 2020 and 2021. So they do know what this competition is all about. Their league hasn't started, and they opened up their campaign with a 1-1 draw at home to Al Nassr. Well, the two teams are now desperately waiting to come out onto the field of play with our officials for the day. Nothing anybody can do now for those players except let the game unfold. It is very much stirring the souls of everybody. The AFC Champions League anthem in the sound system inside the ground, and the unfurling of the trophies that are won right in the centre of that, the 2 Champions League trophies, literally at the heart of the unfurled flag. And now the sides come out, and they'll be looking for a fast start. You fancy Al Hilal? Shorta, they'll be looking for 20 minutes of keeping out their rather more illustrious named in singularity players who are sure to come forward in droves. Players that have graced big leagues around the world. And that man there, Alexander Mitrovic, 214 career league goals in just 410 appearances. Really has a strike rate here for Al Hilal. 35 in 33 appearances. Really a deadly finisher in this level of football. And as the AFC Champions League anthem gives way to the new Elite League anthem, the players focus on what they've been told to do. Most of them will be focusing on their first touch, but that really is an array of stars for the side from Saudi Arabia. The Iraqi side, it's a freedom, it's a free shot, it's a free hit. Frustrate and counter-attack. That is the mantra, you would say, that has been drilled into them. A point here today for them, you fancy, will be an absolute return. And now we go through the pleasantries. The last time that any bodily contact doesn't result with somebody hurling themselves to the floor. But such is the way forward. Some players here that making their way to the end of their careers. Some players just making their way out. Al Hilal line up. Bono, a back four of Lodi, Al-Bulahi, Koulibaly and Cancelo. Holding midfielders of Neves and Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Malcolm and Aldosare flanking Mitrovic. And the wonder boy Marcus Leonardo at the top of the park. As I say, Ali Al-Buhayi coming in for Tambakti. That is a very, very strong side. Shouldn't imagine what the pressure is on that gentleman. Our officials today: Qasim Al-Hadbi, our referee, assisted by Nasser Al-Busaidi and Hamed Al-Ghafri. Fourth official is Ahmed Al-Kaf, and the VAR is being controlled by Mohamed Taki from Singapore. Shorta's size of task is huge. Basel in goal. I think it's going to be a back five of Al-Saidi, Yunus, Jassim, Yahya and Yusuf, with the three holding midfielders in Qasim, Boubacar, as he'll have on his shirt, but he's actually Moumouni and Hassim, and then it will be Dawood and Al-Mawas trying to forge an attack. Three defensive midfielders being held in the middle of the five for Al Shorta. Al Hilal, eyes on the prize. Bit of a breeze ruffling the hair of Jorge Jesus. Western region match day 2 game. And we are off. Who's going to settle first? Malcolm just laying it back to Cancelo, into Koulibaly. Which is absolutely immaculate, isn't it? Koulibaly. It's just coming short. Cancelo being tracked here. this. Lifts it forward. Actually brought down on this near side by Yahya. Good feet in the middle of the park. Yahya might have a chance here. Little dancing feet through the centre there by Akam Hassim. Ahmed Salah, head coach of Al Shorta. Mooney lifts it forward. Koulibaly easy with the chest. Cancelo. And it's to the side travelling from Iraq. They want to make sure nobody breaks the lines from. Drops into space, Malcolm. Held up there by Yahya. Excellent work ultimately coming in. Just holding up Marcus Leonardo. So the guy Milinkovic Savic. Nice little flick with the outside of the boot. Going across there, Manaf Yunus. The pressure on that man must be absolutely immense. It's okay. Managers will scream at the screen that are sat down watching this. You can have all the money in the world, you can spend all the money in the world, but you've got to perform and you've got to find a result. So it does make you wonder what Jorge Jesus could be thinking at times if they do have one of those performances that every football team can sometimes produce. Yahya back. The struggle for Faisal Yassin to get it away, but he done well. That's nicely brought down up front by Al-Mawas. Nice little triangles here. Yeah, that's going to be flagged for offside. I'm pretty sure that Mahmoud Al-Mawas will be offside. Ball's going to be put wide anyway by Mohamed Dawood. But I love my cricketing analogies. I love an analogy to try and make you think. But that would have just said to Al Hilal, okay, there is going to be a little bit of something in this cricket pitch, like a spinner coming on with his first ball and just drifting it past the outside edge. That'll make them think. Mitrovic brings it down. Mooney. Yahya. A hard-looking ball over the top here for the run of Al Saidi. There's a figure there of Mahmoud Al-Mawas, just a little too strong for Ali Al-Bulai. Good atmosphere inside the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium here. This is the man that seems to be trying to dictate play to the guy Milinkovic Savic. Very cool on the football, going to get it again. Now from the target. And there's Yahya, gets the ball away. Cancelo, Koulibaly. Savic is dispossessed. Lovely skill there by Al-Mawas. Abdul Razak Kasim was the man that just turned it out far side. Oh, that was a strong challenge. Abdul Razak Kasim has seen the ball out of play, but it's Dawood that's been late. Looking at the challenge there, I think it was a pretty good challenge by Renan Lodi, but it was a trailing leg that just bent the ankle. Renan Lodi, Atletico Madrid, Nottingham Forest, Atletico Madrid, Marseille. 23 million euros spent on that young man. Well played along the ground by Hussein Al Saidi. That's a little bit of an early move. Cancelo. Malcolm. Neves in support. It's not a bad ball there. Held down by Mitrovic. Thought there could have been a possibility of maybe just dropping that on the chest. He's been in excellent form since his transfer to Al Hilal. First corner taken pretty quickly. And they pull it back. That's not a bad ball away. Turned away on this near side by Faisal Jassim with the first header, but as we pretty much thought, Al Hilal will be on the front foot. They are at home. One of the things I'm often quoted in saying far too often is Shorta have got to be very precious with that football. When they win it back, even if it means safe side passing and keeping it in safe areas, they've got to retain possession. Dawood look over the shoulder, but takes by it, Renan Lodi. Bono, Cancelo. Chelsea man Koulibaly, Neves from Wolves. I thought it was just a stopgap move for him here, but he's settled in really well. It's been interesting, that man there, Fahad Yusuf, likes to get on the football, likes to make things happen. Yahya does well. Malcolm works even harder. Good challenge coming in. Nicely kept on the touchline here as well. I think there's excellent work on this near side by Al Said. Mimouni. Yunus will have to go back to Ahmed Basel. Khan Hassim. Mimouni. Press here from Al Hilal. There he is. He works hard, doesn't he? Fahad Yusuf. They've lost it in a dangerous place. Malcolm couldn't make the most of it. Very precise, Al Shorta. Another break on the far side by Faisal Yassin. Al Mawas. Koulibaly's got to get that. Well, it's the first shot in anger. Flag has gone up for offside. Mahmoud Al Mawas is obviously trying to play right on the shoulder of the two centre halves, and he tried to bend his run there. Ball maybe came in just a fraction early for him. Cancelo. Leonardo back to Malcolm. Joe Cancelo. Koulibaly. Ali Al-Boulay. Movement is pretty good so far, but I'm also going to doff my hat early on here to the Iraq side, Al Shorta, because I think they have, in this opening 10 minutes, not been overawed by the scale of the side sat in front of them. Certainly the monetary aspects of the figures that have been paid for them. Cancelo, Malcolm is an option. Actually forces him inside. Neves. Cancelo. Work hard here, trying to spin Al Saidi. Malcolm again. They mustn't switch off. That is going to be the biggest problem for Al Shorta's defence here. Lifted in. Header away this time by Khan Hashim. Stick for the knotted hair behind, in the centre of a five at times. Neves dinks the ball in. Mitrovic with a header across goal. Sergej Milinkovic, good save, comes out, turned in. Rebound goes in. Marcus Leonardo. 11 minutes. And that was exactly what they didn't need to do in terms of just switching off. They got 5 at the back there, but it was a lovely ball that picked out Mitrovic. He peeled away, he's onside, heads it down. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic sees a save by Ahmed Basel, but the rebound is gobbled up. Thank you very much by the Wunderkid, Marcus Leonardo. The youngster just getting there, just evading the stretching leg there of Akam Hashim. But it's Marcus Leonardo that opens the scoring on 11 minutes. Now a question of mentality for Al Shorta. Just need to retain possession, work a bit harder, concentrate fully. This is a really dangerous part of the game for the Iraq side, because they must keep it tight now. They must really work hard. They must give no chances whatsoever to Al Hilal, because these are the big moments in games where sides slightly go back onto the back foot and concede space and pace and everything else that goes with it. We've got a VAR check in the goal. I think it's about Mitrovic, but the referee, Qasim Al-Hati, is obviously in conversation with Mohamed Taki, the VAR. I didn't see anything else apart from the first ball in for Alexander Mitrovic, which looked onside. The man on the near side, who was nothing to do with it, was coming out, but I'd be surprised if they... Nothing surprises me, in fairness, if they drag it across to the man that's coming out and not interfering with play whatsoever. It's an awful long time this VAR check's going on, and the goal has been given. Well, Al Shorta now need to batten down the hatches for a moment. Another quick goal could be really detrimental to their focus and concentration. Cancelo. Just to run you through, if you're not familiar with this new format for the West region and the East region, it has been changed. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic now being forced into the corner on the far side, taking on Faisal Jamsin. Oh, lovely feet that is. Corner given. Thought Mumuni doesn't think it was. Looked like a shove to me more than a free kick. Well, the top 8 in the 12-team regions will qualify for the last 16, which is the only round of 2 legs that's going to be played. So that's your target. Salim Al-Dosari with the corner. Referee's not happy with some of the scrimmaging. Alexander Mitrovic there, and you can see the arms being held wide by Ahmed Yahya. So top 8 of each group will qualify. Al-Dosari goes short. Neves puts it in. Decent ball. 2-0. Mitrovic. 15th minute. And I don't want to sound like a record that is broken or scratched or stuck, but I needed Al Shorta to get a little bit tighter, a little bit more disciplined. This is a massive moment in the game. Neves went short. Mitrovic, I think he's actually headed that off the back of Marcus Leonardo there. Be difficult who's going to fight for this one. Let's have a look again. Mitrovic, did it just graze the shoulder of Marcus Leonardo? Doesn't matter. Ahmed Basel couldn't get there. Alexander Mitrovic there's a fight like Anthony Joshua and maybe Tyson Fury. Who's going to get that goal? We're going to give it to Mr. Mitrovic. Titanic struggle to take that one off the striker. Silence falls around the stadium. And it is now about retaining possession. All over the top, looking for Mahmoud Almawas. Cancelo pokes it through. Milinkovic-Savic back to Neves. I'm not talking of behind anybody's backs as Milinkovic-Savic sends away Al-Dosari, tries to pull the ball back. Nicely cleared this time by Jassim. I want to say I'm not talking out of school or causing Chinese whispers. Well, Shorta would have known before they arrived here today that this was going to be a big, tough battle for them. But it's all about mentality now, because they've conceded 2 within 4 minutes of each other, and they need to make sure that by the time they get to half-time, it's 2-0 or 2-1. They need to make sure that they just thwart, hold, keep themselves well and truly in the contest, try and frustrate Al Hilal. Dawood trying to get away on the far side. Renan Lodi's too quick. But it's about the discipline and the sort of your own self-respect, really, for a side when you come up against a side that have been amassed by millions of euros and have the quality that Al Hilal possess. You know, it's having the mentality of, yeah, they may be big names, but I'm going to make sure they work for everything they get in this game. And at the moment, those 2 quick goals just maybe unsettled Al Shorta. Mitrovic with the hook on. Ahmed Yahya. The whistles from the Al Hilal faithful. They should listen to those all day long from the Iraq side. That's what they want to hear. Maybe not the ball forward there by Ahmad Basel, but just retain possession. Try and not let Al Hilal have too much around them. Al-Dosari to Renan Lodi. Neves with a time and space to pick a pass again. Talented player, Ruben Neves. Alexander Mitrovic has never been one to run beyond, though. Maybe a short 5-yard, but not a 25-yard run. Can't remember him doing that at any of his clubs, in fairness, in the past. Started at Partizan Belgrade, Anderlecht, Newcastle, Fulham. Newcastle, he scored 14 in 65. Fulham, he's a legend, 109 goals in 190 appearances, and I know he missed a few penalties in that as well, so it could have been a lot more. Jassim, cute little hook ball for Kazim. Youssef tries to get it going. It's quite a... Caught my eye, that man there, Youssef. Likes to play forward, very industrious and technically very correct. Malcolm, Cancelo. Yahya tries to cut him down. Decent ball in. Got to be a good header. Was a good header. And this time it was just taken off the head of Mitrovic by Manaf Yusuf. There's the face of a man that doesn't realise he's 2-0 up. Al-Dosari plays it into the space where Malcolm should have been, but Malcolm had made a run through the inside channel. Yusuf couldn't find Mimouni. Malcolm, Sergei Milinkovic-Savic tries to toe poke it through. Mimouni. Yusuf. Play it through to Al-Saidi, but the crossfield ball, a bit too much legs on it. Just need to take stock at the moment. Malcolm with a give and go there. With Leonardo, Malcolm turns it in. Mitrovic, first time touch on the edge of the box. Yahya will try and close him down. Jorge Jesus. Yusuf, Yahya. Just played it into a tight area there, didn't let Al-Saidi really have any chance. Leonardo with the flick. Malcolm has been dropped to the floor by Abdul Mimouni. Boubacar on the back of his shirt. Algerian player, started life in the Jordanian leagues. Neves, Cancelo, decent ball in. Aerially, it always looks a bit of a worry for Al Shorta. Ranlotti with a shot, hits Mimouni. It's waiting for a throw on the far side. Well, we're midway through the first half, and Al Hilal lead by 2-0. First one, a tap-in really for Marcus Leonardo. After Ahmad Basel had saved a shot, it came out to him in the middle of the penalty area. Then a short, quick-taken corner 4 minutes later. Saw Neves pick out the head of Alexander Mitrovic. Buried his head through the ball and put the ball into the bottom of the Al Shorta net. Koulibaly. Cancelo. That's the possession here. Ruben Neves. Not a player to give that much space to, because he will pick a pass, and one of the problems there for Al Shorta, they gave him 10 yards to move into. There was no pressing of the football when Neves was on the football, which allows him to look at maybe trying to just clip a pass, and he has that ability, we know that. Little nibble there. Good straight, oh, lovely feet. Got the free kick as well there, Farad Yusuf. You may smile, but technically has some very smart footwork, this Farad Yusuf. And it's an inspiration also to a lot of players like Hussein Al-Saidi as well. I can only state the obvious, they're stature-wise, they're not 6'3". They are 5'6" or 7", and they have to use their whole stature to defend the ball. Ahmed Basel looking for Dawood, but a little conflict between where they want the football. Just the passion drops out of the ground for a second. It's almost a sense of it being comfortable for them already. Neves, Ali Oblai. It's a sedate pace, but it is a warm night. think that Al Hilal know they've got their opposition pretty much where they want them. Al Dosore tries to come forward and gets dispossessed. Good run here by Manaf Yunus. He's run an awful long way, and in the end Koulibaly has to stop him. Well, he's in American football. That wasn't a first down and 10. That was a first down and about 40 yards there by Yunus. Anywhere away from his goal will be an absolute bonus. Mawas working hard, and here he is. It's a reverse ball then. It's taken my eye, it really has. Yeah, here with the ball in. Free header. Wow, I tell you what, Mamouni was given the space to attack it. He's gone wide of Bono's right post, but question marks there on Ali El Boulaghi. Manage this game as best they can now. Obviously, they need to, but again, the space that Ruben Neves is picking up. The skill shown by Malcolm there won't be wanted to be seen later on. Mamouni, Al-Saidi. Yaki tries to atone for his little error just again. Akam Hashim. Mamouni tries to pop it through the corner, and that's a rather sore side of the head there for the other guy, Milinkovic Savic, but this has one of those moments there where his right ear somewhat doesn't feel as though it's drawing to his head on the point of the jaw. See, back inside to Yunus, and across to Hashim. Hashim goes forward, spun by Al-Saidi. Foul this time. Third guy, Milinkovic Savic. Cancelo. Trying to keep my eye on the back line. They're defending as a unit, the back line of Al Shorta, but then the question is that they're allowing Mitrovic to play in spaces between them. And somebody's, I think, going to have to engage with a couple of players on the plant. And when I say engage, just shut the space down. Neves has got to be one and Mitrovic another, because at the moment they will dictate the play and they have the ability. Koulibaly, Leonardo, cut out this time by Akam Hashim. Both times a couple of issues already. Is Mitrovic has peeled away when the ball is crossed in. So you've got a defender sort of zonal marking for Al Shorta on the edge of their 18. But 2 yards off the back is Alexander Mitrovic, who was cushioned one header down. And in the other one, he couldn't quite get it back across the face of goal. Now, you can see he's patrolling in the area between the right back and the right centre half at the moment, which is somebody's just got to be a bit more switched on when the ball is at the feet of an Al Hilal player. Koulibaly with a shoulder away. Dawood can't control it. A little bit uncomfortable by Neves, but Al Dosari. And Lodi clear. Milinkovic Savic under pressure from Jassim. Just gets a little bit of a crumple zone, and over he goes. A great deal in that, Faisal Jassim, but there we Yeah, enough. Malcolm. Cancelo. Malcolm with a chance to run on. Will he get there? The answer to that is no. A beautiful pitch it is here as well at Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium. Grass mown. It's a beautiful height for playing football. Might even tempt me out of retirement, a grass pitch like that. Well, we're into the 32nd minute. Game's just lost maybe the edge. Maybe Al Hilal feel that they can pick up Al Shorta when they want. And maybe now Al Shorta are just being a little bit more economical with the football, which means that there's not so much Al Saidi, Al Mawas. Al Saidi got it back in a difficult position. Lovely touch there by Sergei. Malcolm tries to dance around Tome. And Mimouni is with Boubacar on the back of his shirt. That's left Malcolm lying thrown on the turf. Well, we're not so sure that arm over the shoulder somehow took most of the bones out of the rest of the skeleton there, and he went down flat on his back. There's time and space again. Picks a pass for Malcolm. Malcolm, can he put it back across the face? He can. The most glorious bit of defending, but nevertheless very effective there by Akam Hashim. Fardusov. A bit for him there because he worked really hard. He's found a man ultimately. Al Saidi gets it now and clips it over the top. Al Mawas sees Dawood try to get in behind Renan Lodi. Good defensive work by Renan Lodi. The time that Fardusov had to hold on to the football, he retained space and found a pass at the end of it, but he needs more support when he has the ball in those positions. Good. See too much in that there for Mohamed Dawood. Yeah, rolled his ankle, just popped his foot out, and just over on the outside of his ankle. Quite a conflab going on. Will be a drinks break here. 33 degrees. Jesus is certainly asking for a lot more. This is the header back down across the face of goal. Milinkovic-Savic with a shot saved by Ahmad Basel, turned in beautifully by Marcos Leonardo. The second quick take and free kick. I wonder if we're going to get to see this as well. Corner, I say. To Renan Lodi, cross in. Mitrovic with the header. And he moves on to, by my recollection here, 36 goals in 34 appearances now for Al Hilal. The support system around him, his support network, you'd have to say, at Al Hilal is pretty good. The drinks break is over, and now the restart by Kasim Al Hathi. Just moving into a phase of, I won't say it's stagnating too much because that's the wrong sort of word, but it's very much Al Hilal's game to do what they want with it, if that makes sense. And to a degree, Al Shorta They don't want to overcommit and be left open. Cancelo, Malcolm, Neves, Lodi, Al-Dosari, it's going to be an evening of pressure for Shorta, but there'll be many sides that come to the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium here and will come away with a bit of a smoking. Could be 4, could be 5, and that's what Shorta need not to do. If it stays like this, Al Hilal would move to the top after 2 match days, the top of the Western region. Leonardo, well shepherded there. Fard Youssef, Mimouni, Jassim, Yunus, Hashim, Yahya. Toe out there by Malcolm. Hussein El Saidi just caught on the spin there by Koulibaly. Spell at Chelsea. Kalidou Koulibaly. Senegalese player with French parentage as well mixed in. Started at Metz, went to Genk, Napoli, Chelsea, and then off to Al Hilal. Hassan. Turn it back to Ahmed Basel. This isn't bad from Al Shorta. This is competing without conceding. Sounds so defeatist to say such a thing for the side from Iran, but they really are up against a very talented, both individually and as a unit, team in Al Hilal, who have designs on lifting the trophy, the AFC Champions League Elite trophy this year, and have spent a fair few million euros in trying to put together a squad to do that. Al-Dosari can go with Renan Lodi, who's starting to make more inroads into the midfield from full-back. Malcolm, Mitrovic, Cancelo, this is nice. Can he pick out a blue shirt? He can't, he can only pick out a green shirt. And Al Shorta get it away. Hussein El Saidi, Fard Youssef. El Saidi picks up the pieces. Jassim is options, and there is Jassim. Untidy touch, he's just kept it in play. Well, interesting. I thought the belly of the ball was still, or the ellipse of the ball was just moving over the touchline, so therefore remaining in, but I'm not on the touchline. I'm a long way away up in a stand in the commentary box. Well, 40 minutes have elapsed, and Al Shorta, for their indiscriminate 4 minutes between the 11th and 15th, have kept it pretty much at arm's length. I think they've been aided and abetted somewhat by Al Hilal, who have pretty much got the game where they wanted at the moment. Goal scorer Marcus Leonardo is over. They do have the options on the bench. They have Abdullah Al Hamdan, who could come on. as another forward, but I don't think there's any need for the trainer looking at that. From Neves again, too much space for Neves to pick a pass. Just popped his ankle down a touch, but should be okay. '21-year-old Portuguese stroke brilliant Brazilian player. Started at Santos, went to Benfica. Snapped up by Al Hilal. Still stamping on that left leg, as you can see. The greatest result for Al Shorta will be just to, if they cannot score, just get themselves back in, at least with this scoreline, and nothing more detrimental to them. Chance here. Really poor ball back there by Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Koulibaly has dug him out of a big hole there. Just seen Mimouni goes short. Mimouni will get the ball down the line. Actually played inside. Dawood. Hussein El Saidi gets a shot off as well, and just for a moment, Bono had to go across to his right-hand side. I think he may well have had it covered, but just again, it's that little jab in the rib cage with the sharpened fingernails to say we're still here. Don't forget the back as well as the front. Al Hilal will be told about at half-time. Bono plays it to Al Boulaye. Bono again. Good press here from Al Shorta. Means that it ends up being a hacked ball away. And he's not happy with the options that were afforded him when he had the ball at his feet. Mimouni. Well, he's having a fair old tussle there with Sergei. Taken off his toes, coming back by Kasim. Can't find a green shirt though. Nicely played by Leonardo, finds Cancelo. He's having to fight off all manner of people. Hussein El Saidi is going to get a yellow card. Difficult really there, I have to say. Ruben Neves is a man that felt a little bit done by, but I think both feet went to the ball pretty much at the same time, but Neves just got the march on him and rolled it away before the kick came in on the instep. '45th minute of the regulation, 45 to start with. Neves with the free kick, and Al Shorta under just a wee bit of pressure just before the break. Need to stand strong here. Cavalry charge. Milinkovic-Savic, Mitrovic, Al Boulaye. They're going to be the ones that attack this ball as it's drifted in towards Ahmed Basil's right-hand side, and Kalidou Koulibaly has made a challenge on the keeper. He would have felt that. Neves tried to be cute. Kalidou Koulibaly, look at his eyes, he was just fixed on the football. And when he turned round at the last moment, Ahmed Basil had caught the ball and he just bowled into him. I dare say that would have been a painful one. The bravery of the goalkeeper there. You always tell by the eyes when you get to see any suspicions of people jumping and elbows and different things. Always watch the player's eyes, who is going to maybe perpetrate the incident at the final end of it. And you saw there that on the rush in, Koulibaly's eyes were on the ball that was being swung in. At the last moment, he turned round. Ahmed Basel had collected and just bowled into him. And I think the telltale signs you can see with an awful lot of those, especially with elbows with people going up. If there is a glance from the player that ends up committing the incident across to the opponent that he inflicts the damage on, I think that's often a very good sign to say that they knew they were there. They can't plead innocence too much in that respect. But you saw there quite easily as the ball was whipped in, Kalidou Koulibaly had only had eyes on the ball, and it was only at the last moment when he turned around that Ahmed Basel had got down and collected it and then bowled into him. So for that little momentary sort of synopsis of that last moment, I think that Koulibaly is completely innocent of any crime there whatsoever. We've got 5 minutes, so there's going to be time added on for that. Ahmed Basel is obviously, having now just popped his legs on the right part of his body, a little bit disappointed there isn't more being done about it. Pointing to the captain's armband to have a word with our referee, Qasim Al-Hati, to say, I'm allowed to talk to you. What happens next? The free kick is what happens next, quite simply. Yunus Jassim Mimouni. That's a nice bit of skill. Read though by Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. And that is a reaction from Qasim that's going to get him a yellow card. Really was an act of dissent. The referee's demonstrated good common sense there, but that was a real fit of pique there by Qasim. It was a strong arm across. Many referees would have dropped the card out there for dissent there, but Qasim obviously had his little momentary lapse and then said sort of sorry. We have a player down on the far side, but Cancelo finds Malcolm. Malcolm feeds it in. Leonardo with the ball across the face of goal. Al-Dosari. Good work there. Qasim hasn't got a lot of options here. He managed to work it back. Shorta. Ahmed Basel. I'll pick a green shirt out, and he has done. Oh, what a lovely touch that was by Dawood. Al-Saidi. Dawood again. Just missed the final ball into the channel, but he's won it back as the tall man. Al-Mawash gets it across, but Cancelo showing a lot of class. Well, there's a little altercation on the far side of the pitch there. Gone unnoticed, and it's Alexander Mitrovic that was stood over the player prone on the ground. I'd say I didn't see anything, but Mahmoud Al-Mawash has gone down. Let's have a little look at this. Mitrovic has just literally run back to try and block the cross as it goes in, and obviously as the kick has been done, Mitrovic is run into the instep of the boot. See both sides, because that gentleman there, Mahmoud Al-Mawash, would not have seen anything apart from felt his foot because he was looking at the cross. What I didn't really like too much was Alexander Mitrovic standing over a prone player, vehemently protesting. It's not always a good view from this far away. Back to the football. Neves. We're into the 51st minute. There will be time added on. Cancelo down the line, looking for Leonardo. Hard working and industrious Hussein Al-Saidi gets the ball out of play. Neves again. Koulibaly. Al-Bulahi. Renan Lodi. A lot of options here, but to go back. Al Hilal will build again. Cancelo. Marcus Leonardo. Farhad Youssef has a little nibble. Enough shortly there. It is from the back, so it is an infringement of Football Association laws. Neves, Cancelo, Malcolm. Shorta need to make sure that they make it into the tunnel. Only trailing by the 2 now. A goal now would do their mentality no good whatsoever if they were to concede. Lodi. The guy Milinkovic Savic tried to turn it around the corner. Al-Dosari. A lot of movement, a lot of fluidity at the moment. Malcolm, Mitrovic, Al-Dosari, Neves. There's the slipped ball through. Renan Lodi got his goal side of his man here. Defensive work ultimately going to blank. And the referee says that is enough. Well, has it been good from Al Shorta from 15 minutes, or has it been game management from Al Hilal? 2 goals, first on 11 minutes. Cross headed down by Mitrovic. Shot by Sergei Milinkovic Savic. Saved by Ahmed Basel. Popped out to Marcus Leonardo. Popped into the back of the net. 1-0. And just 4 minutes later, short corner whipped in by Renan Lodi, headed in by Mitrovic, made it 2-0. Have they managed it? Have Shorta tightened up? We don't know. But at the break here at the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium in Riyadh, in this AFC Champions League Elite Western Region Matchday 2 game, it's Al Hilal that lead by 2-0 against Al Shorta.
Challenge League is not just about winning, it is about fostering development and a spirit of growth that will benefit the entire Asian footballing ecosystem for years to come. This is the AFC Challenge League.
For the believers, for those that dream, the opportunity takers, where talent develops and fortune favors the brave. AFC Challenge League.
The future of Asian club football shines brightly with the all-new AFC Women's Champions League. For the first time ever, Asia's top 12 women's clubs will converge to showcase their talent and compete for ultimate glory. This is more than just a competition. It is a powerful symbol of innovation and inclusivity, inspiring a generation of female athletes to chase their dreams and write their own stories on the pitch. This is the AFC Women's Champions League.
Breaking new ground for women's club football in Asia. 12 of the best teams, chasing greatness, inspiring generations in a fierce contested competition to crown the best in Asia. AFC Women's Champions League.
This is the challenge.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of this AFC Champions League Elite Western Region Matchday 2 game between Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia versus Al Shorta of Iraq in the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium in Riyadh. About 33 degrees at kickoff, and the two sides make their way out. Have a little look at the sides, just waiting to see the home side come out of the tunnel. Let's start with the away side. Basel in goal. It is a back three of Hashim, Jazim and Yunus, with two wing backs in Yahya and Al Saidi falling in there. And then you've got Abdul Razak Qasim, Abdul Mumuni and Farj Youssef in the engine room. And then they have two people at the top of the park, Mohammed Dawood and Mahmoud Al-Mawas. Those are the way that they're going. They're trailing by 2-0. Jorge Jesus will want his side to maybe just go out and put the game to bed. Al Hilal, a few names here you'll recognise if you're unfamiliar. Bono in goal, and it's a back four of Cancelo, Koulibaly, Al-Bulayi and Renan Lodi across the back four. Then they have Ruben Neves and Sergej Milinkovic-Savic with Malcolm and Salim Al-Dorsari either side of a front two of Alexander Mitrovic and Marcus Leonardo, both of which have scored the goals. The first, a cross headed down by Mitrovic, shot by Milinkovic, saved by Basel, and the rebound got turned in by Leonardo from 7 yards. And just 4 minutes later, a short corner saw Lodi cross for Mitrovic to head in. 2-0 at the break, and a couple of changes by the looks of things, and it looks like Mohamed Ali is coming on, and he is replacing Mahmoud Al-Mawas. So Mohamed Ali, that's the same change they made in the first game, and he comes on wearing the 18. The other change is number 27, as you can see, Amir Sabah Kurdey, and he is about to come on, and he will be replacing. Let's wait for the board to go up. You're as much in the dark as I am. The excitement builds, and he is replacing number 24, Faisal Jazim. So it could be a little reshuffle there. Amir Sabah Kurdey.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution
we're under a weight. Lodi slipping on taking that one. Koulibaly. Just fancy that Jorge Jesus will be saying to his side, okay, you're 2 goals to the good. You're comfortable in going forward, but you're going to need to just finish off any stubborn resistance. Al Saidi inside to Youssef to Mimouni. Overlapping run on this near side by the substitute. They're looking for handball there, not going to get it. It is Amir Kouder that went charging forward. Excellent work there by Abdul Mimouni, but they've given the ball away, and Mitrovic with a chance here to open up. Al-Dorsari, 3! Oh, what a fine strike. And that is a mistake punished to the top level there. 47 on the clock. A loose pass in the middle of the park. And moments later, Salim Al-Dorsari pops onto a layoff by Mitrovic. And from 22 yards, fires it into the bottom of Ahmed Basil's bottom left-hand corner. So easy, and that is exactly the start that Al Hilal needed. And the fine margins that can cripple you in the Champions League Elite exposed cruelly. Al Shorta gave the ball away, and literally in seconds it is in the back of their net. Marcus Leonardo, the man that's down. A little bit of a knee from Farad Yusuf, but just a coming together, I would say. But a very, very loose pass into no man's land on the halfway line, and then was pounced upon by Al Hilal. Looks as though Alexander Mitrovic was going to manage to pull the trigger, but he ended up setting up to Salim Al Dulsari from fully 22 yards out to drill low into the bottom corner. And now the size of the task. It's a little higher. Mohamed Ali trying to get in behind. Yaki's taken out of the way by Cancelo with a nice bit of skill. Cancelo finds Milinkovic-Savic. He's run into the close attentions out of Dawood. And now the break is on again. Malcolm. Worrying times here for Al Shorta. Leonardo. Yusuf. He really is quite a tiny little player. And he's caught my eye today amongst some big names from Al Hilal. Flipped over the top. Malcolm won't get that. Ahmed Basel. Hashim. They can't afford to turn the ball over now. Milinkovic-Savic. Just going to be a big moment here for Al Shorta. Neves. Away by Hashim. Mitrovic's first touch has led Hashim to play it out. Al-Saidi looking for the run of Muhammad Ali. Bono tidies up. Neves quickly onto the loose ball. Around his age, Farad Yusuf, 37 years of age. Al-Dulsari with a crossfield ball behind João Cancelo. He's more apologetic across to the man that spread the ball out to him. Might be tempted to say, running that way, not behind me. It's a little 37-year-old. Been told by my producer in my earpiece that the only reason I like him is because he's got a hairstyle like my own. Cross in this time. Bono will pluck it out of the air. Malcolm driving forward. Mitrovic. Across the face, a goal. Good take by Ahmed Basel. Always brave when you go out at 90 degrees to your goal line. He's taken a clattering already today. Hussein Al-Saidi. Ball's got too much legs on, a little too straight to run. Mohamed Dawood is always going to have to be weighted a little bit better. Goal at the start of the second half has put some serious daylight now between the two sides. For an Al Shorta fan, it doesn't want to be any bigger than this margin. Goal difference will play a part. Remember, the top 8 teams out of 12 will go through to the last round of 16. Which is played over 2 legs. This one here again, Malcolm with a cross, blocked this time by Abdul Mimouni. There's Boubacar on the back of his shirt. This time smothered by Al Hilal, who just sent the 1-2 they had in the first half. If they do the same at the start of the second half, will mean the game will be completely put to bed, if it's not already. Farad Yusuf, Mimouni, Hussein Al-Saidi, Mohamed Ali on the run, being tracked here by Al-Bula'i. Mohamed Ali, can he get the shot? Well, he's got a fierce shot off as well. And Bono called into action. Mohamed Ali with the run and strike. Different angle for him. Well, he really did give this the kitchen sink here, didn't he? With strong arms and pulled away, going to his left there by Bono. Finds Lodi. It's been a long way away from right back in this game. Al-Dasari picks out Khalidou Koulibaly, former Chelsea man. Space to run into. Does get congested though when the centre half runs forward. Takes the space away from the playmaker Ruben Neves, who's on the ball now. Look at that one look. Lodi is the willing recipient and brings it down beautifully. Amir Kuder is with him, blocks it. Dawood doesn't get there. Terrific work by Salem Al-Dosari, scorer of the third goal. Milinkovic-Savic, Neves. Lovely ball for Cancelo. First touch maybe just allowed Hussein Al-Saidi to get back and block it. Always a very, very difficult situation when you sit down. Managers will do and coaches will do before the game, as it's the third corner of the game here, all going the way of Al Hilal. They scored from their second one, which was taken short and crossed in by Renan Lodi. We'll go back to strengths and weaknesses in just a moment. Let's see this corner. Neves to deliver. Free header for Leonardo. Headed it on the way down. Was surprised he has so much space. Yeah, the managers will sit down, or coaches will sit down in a little bit of strength and weaknesses, who does what and where's the strength from the opposition. Now, they would have looked at Al Hilal, the Al Shorta bench, and they would have seen strength just about everywhere. And it's then about setting up your pattern of play mainly for Al Shorta when you haven't got the football. Well, I think as the game has unfolded today, I often talk about playmakers and the sort of quarterbacks in football, and Ruben Neves is allowed time and space, and he will pick a pass and he will hurt you. So you want to shut that space down. They haven't done that. Run on the near side. Lodi just forced slightly wide. Dawood comes back all the way from the back. Flag has gone up. But as a team unit, you will defend as a team, but you also do have to maybe just have a little bit of a guard on giving somebody like Neves too much time and space. He's been involved primarily in all three goals, I would say. Maybe not such a distinctive impact on the third goal, but simply the first two he had a hand in, and that's where you can be hurt so much. And Al Shorta would have tried to, you know, they would have sat down and said, this is a strength, can we shut it down? But then the coach has got the problem that if you try and shut one area down, they have strength all over the park, and it becomes very difficult to play that way. But I do believe they should try and deny space to Neves, who wanders back, picks a pass again. Just changes the play this time. Al-Bula'i, Milinkovic-Savic, and again look at the space that Neves has got. Didn't move an inch. Just processing the football for now, but if you give him that diameter around him of 10 yards, getting the space is there for him just to float one over the top, looking for the run this time. Machine runs the ball out, but he can hurt you, and that is what you pay for, and that's why Pep Guardiola was very interested in him to go to Manchester City. That's going to be offside should Dawood go for it, but it's Mohamed Ali. Shot in, saved by Manu. And again, that's 2 saves now. Both on target. Kuder. Amir Kuder now. Surely brought down by Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Well, it's a spirited fight back, and not sure that that's quite a knockout blow there from Sergej Milinkovic. It was a foul. And a promising position. Now, Amir Kuder, is he going to try and rifle this low across the face of the all in the 6-yard box? And see what falls out of the plethora of legs that no doubt will be galloping back towards the goal line. Not sure the aerial route will be the right way here, but substitute Amir Kuder has got that option now. Just that on the edge of the box is an interesting fella. There he is. Shot was not very becoming there from Abdul Razak Kazim, and then a break is on. Al-Dosari cuts inside Abdul Razak Kazim. Can he finish it off? No, and his teammates will look at their captain and all be wondering why he didn't allow somebody else the honour. Abdul Razak Kazim was rather statuesque. Long ball over the top, headed away by Al-Balai. Mohamed Ali. Mimouni. Dawood, supported by Kuder, goes back to Mimouni. Yusuf. Saidi. Quite a noise inside the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium here. A warm night. Side 3 goals to the good. Some may say job done, but Al Shorta will do their best to try and reduce the deficit. Yahya Al-Saidi. Been a man so far to get a yellow card in the game. Hussein Al-Saidi on the football now. They're really coming down. I can't say that gentleman in your picture there, Ahmed Salah, can be too. I think he's more disappointed with the goal conceded just after the break, the way they gave the ball away and conceded. Because 3-0 is it a true reflection of what we've seen? Al Hilal are a very good side. They are sprinkled with a lot of magic dust. With a run in behind down the channel. Cancelo, Neves, Milinkovic-Savic, Cancelo, Milinkovic-Savic. Chance now for Fard Yusuf, 37-year-old leg still going. Got space, they're backing up him somewhat. He can pick the right pass. Dawood. And that is criminal. Absolutely criminal, I have to say, by Al Shorta. You've worked tirelessly to win the ball back. You cannot give it away with such ease. This is a good side you're playing against. This isn't a side maybe from the lower reaches of the Western region. This is a side that are going to be towards the top and have a lot of hopes of winning this. Milinkovic-Savic tries to roll it through. Looking for Leonardo, too strong, a little too straight. It's pure footballing etiquette, really, and you can see some of those players there. Mohamed Ali there, just not happy with the fact that they turned over the ball so easily. Side can hurt you, which we've seen with the third goal for Al Dasawi. One misplaced pass. Mitrovic down holding his face in the penalty area. The referee Kasim Al-Hathi will come across, assisted by Nasser Abu Saidi and Hamad Al-Ghafri. He is pointing to his ear to say that it will be checked by Mohamed Taki of Singapore, who was our fourth official, our VAR man today. A couple of changes afoot. Ahmed Farhan Galami seems to be ready. Changes coming for Al Hilal. They have to earn the right with their 3-goal advantage now to maybe have a little bit of protection for their more precocious start. They're checking for a possible penalty here. That's the elbow across the face. Alexander Mitrovic just telling the referee that it's happened 2 times. Look as though Manaf Yunus had actually taken his eyes off the ball. Abdullah Al-Hamdan is one that's also stripped off. Mohamed Ali on the football now, though. Changes coming. Get my coloured pens to the ready here. Yunus, Razak Kasim. Yunus again. It's an option. The option is to pop it back to Mimouni. Yusuf Al-Saidi, Abdul Razak Kasim. Kuder, can he get the cross in? He can. It's not a bad looking cross either. You have to say that the mobility of Mohamed Dawood, it's a little bit lead in his legs there. Well, subs are at the ready down now. Abdullah Al-Hamdan is one wearing the blue of Al Hilal, the other being Nasser Al-Dosari. So they will now become Salam Al-Dosari and Nasser Al-Dosari, unless one is replacing the other. Ball in possession on the edge of his own 18-yard box. There, not good. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, chance for Leonardo, and rifled in, and the flag finally goes up. Almost like an umpire's finger in cricket. It was a slow raise of the flag. Interesting to see where it is. Wow. Unless it came earlier in the move. I would like to see that again. Finished by Mitrovic. Well, change is about to be made. It is the removal of Sergej Milinkovic-Savic to be replaced in the middle of the park by Nasser. Just checking the disallowed goal. When I had a first glance at it, and I only get to see the replay like yourself, I see it in real time. And it is Mitrovic also that's going to be rested. And his place is going to be taken at the top of the mark by Abdullah Hamdan. What a substitute. Basham is about to come on. Normally, there was just trying to see what this situation's about here. It's actually Leonardo that puts the ball into the back of the net. We're not getting the reasons like yourself of whether it's a foul, an offside. The referee is still pointing to his ears, which means that there's still discussions going on. Well, the only man on a yellow card, Hussein Al-Saidi, is replaced with Ahmed Al-Ghalami. The referee's going over to have a look now. Unless he gets another version of events that we've seen. I see they're talking that the toe round. Well, I think that's going to be as it stopped Amir Kuder getting back to make the challenge, because Alexander Mitrovic may well have been a shade offside. He's in front of the ball. My personal feeling looking at that is no, that's a goal and Leonardo will have scored it. But our referee Qasim Al-Hatti and Mohamed Taki are talking. The referee's seen enough. And the infringement is there, and the goal has been disallowed by the looks of it. And the offside has been given. And the position of that offside is on the edge of the box, where we didn't see João Cancelo making his way back. But there we are. Machine will go back to his keeper Ahmed Basel. Oh, a bit of work there by Abdullahi Hamdan. Near side, Amir Kuder just couldn't thread the ball through. Break on here by Leonardo, being tracked by Hashim. Salem Al-Dosari to Nasser Al-Dosari. Neves, Malcolm, Hart. Yusuf gets the ball out on the far side, and a chance for Mohamed Ali to try and run in behind. Bono's starting position is very good, and it's going to be a throw on the far side. Bali. Still 3-0. Neves on the football. Still around the corner that time by Abdullahi Hamdan, but somewhat broke down. Management of the game will be massive now as we approach the final 18 minutes of regulation time. Salem Al-Dulsari, Hamdan, Neves, Malcolm. Overlap here, Cancelo right across the face of goal and turned on and into the back of the net. Nasser Al-Dulsari strikes for the 4th in the 73rd. Laid on a plate by João Cancelo. Lovely overlapping run. Gleefully wrapped across the face of goal. And the substitute, Nasser Al-Dulsari. Well, thank you very much, he'll be saying. And he will love his introduction into the limelight. And now is the moment that Shorta and their rear guard and their industry and their tenacity and now their mental strength is going to be put to the test. They really do have to try and shut up shop. They don't need it to be any worse than it is, and they've given the ball away again. Moments now. This is where it can turn from 4 to 6 very easily. And it's one of those where a lot of sides will come to Al Hilal and face a little bit of a shellacking. Shorta have got a gap between that cleft stick that they sit of whether they attack as the best form of defence or whether they sit back and say, OK, we'll take it from there. We'll leave it at that. And if we get the opportunity to reduce the deficit, we will do. There'll be a lot of sides that travel down here to the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium that will come up against the might of this well-constructed Al Hilal side. Neves again. Malcolm is the man that's trying to stretch it, headed away by Hashim. Nicely tied it up in the middle of the park by Leonardo. A little bit of a nibble there on Abdullahi Hamdan. Apologies, it's Marcus Leonardo that's taken one just to the inside of the left knee. Yunus is the man that did it, but a real big atmosphere inside the stadium. Their side 4 goals to the good. They sent their opponents, in a boxing term, has taken a heavy shot and are wobbling on the ropes now. And Shorta have got to try and get their wits behind them, and like a boxer that's been tagged in the ring, need to smother and cover. 14 minutes just under of regulation time. No pressure whatsoever on Al Hilal. Lori Nevi gives the ball away. Nasser Al-Dulsari goes back to Ali Al-Bahai, who puts it all the way back to Bono, who's that's made 2 stops in this second half, both from Mohamed Ali. Neves again, Cancelo with a run. Tracking back is Malcolm. Cancelo will get there, will stop it. Yahi gets there first though. Cancelo tries to lift it in. Yusuf just with a cushion header back. They've threaded the eye of the needle there. Abdul Razak Kassim. get that one, and now the ball goes the other way. A real chance here. Good save by Basel, just did enough. Got his arm out and popped it up against the shins of the centre forward, who was striding through there. Abdullah Al-Hamdan wasn't quite in control. Well, another 3 changes. Mohamed Al-Khatani, Khalid Al-Ghanam. Neves is getting himself a little rest. Malcolm is also getting a rest. And Salam Al-Dosari coming on to replace him. Mohamed Al-Khatani. Also coming on is Kano. And the final change is Al-Ghanam. It is becoming a test of the squad of Al Hilal and the resilience that is left inside the tank here for Al Shorta. Players have been removed from the pitch now. But not a big player in stature, but in heart there. Fard Yusuf has the presence of mind always to retain the football. Mimouni, first touch is heavy, second touch a tackle. Leonardo is down again. Solid, wanted to win it, won it. Leonardo dangled a leg, came off worse. Kano. Should now be a situation for Hilal just to ease themselves to victory, the margin of which is down to them. Al-Ghanam in behind. Can he find the right ball? He's found the keeper, Ahmed Basel. Just like to thank whoever it was in FIFA that allows this many substitutions, because my team layouts has become nothing more than a giant scribble. Chance too many, but he may well have ridden his luck there. Product though not good enough. Ball straight back in possession of Al Hilal. We're into the final 8 regulation minutes here. Kanu. Overlap on the far side. Al-Khatani. Cancelo fancies a goal, and it wasn't far away. Took it, no pressure on the ball. My word, did that move and did that dip. Fortunately for Ahmed Basel, he seemed to have it covered, but well, that ball was moving. Head away by Lodi. Drops the ball back this time to Nasser Al-Dosari, scorer of the 4th goal. Taking up the Ruben Neves role really now. And the other Saudi Arabian wave by the sounds of it. Al-Qahtani. Kanu. And Lodi was the target. Well, it is job done by Al Hilal, that's for sure. I think that I would, if I was Ahmed Salah, the coach of Al Shorta, my gripe might have been that 3rd goal, giving the ball away when it was sort of needless. Resulted in a goal that really broke up a little bit of resistance for the Iraq side. You know, if you are going to come away from a defeat, you want to make it somewhere in the region of 2-0. You know, if you've got to take a defeat, 2-0's not too bad against a side with the class of Al Hilal on their own park. 3-0 just about passable, but the 3rd goal just was a crushing blow to the mentality of the Iraq side, in my humble opinion, sat here in the commentary box. Bassam tries to put pressure on Al Balai. But what I can say for the Iraq side is they haven't given up, they haven't folded, which was something that I've seen a lot of sides do all around the world. They have actually made their opposition number goalkeeper work. Abdulli Al-Hamdan, widely controlled on this near side. The ball was a little bit over ambitious. Well, into the final 5 we go. And I dare say that Shorta wouldn't mind just seeing the final whistle being blown. Well, Abdul Mumuni Abubakar heads his way off the field of play. And he is going to be replaced by Rowan. Done too bad in the middle of the park. But a little bit tight. It's a very warm day. And now the torches are on the telephones. Very valuable commodity, not just to show the people around the stadium that they're there, but when I drop my pen in the commentary position, because the lights aren't very strong up here, and I have to find it. Abdul Razak Kasim tries to feed it through, looking for the run in behind of Mohanad Ali. Tied it up this time by Obulahi. Back to Bonu. And now Renan Lodi with time and space to run forward. Booming crossfield ball, looking for Al-Qahtani, but it just evades him and goes out of play. They are certainly in fine voice, the Al Hilal fans. Their targets are high. And at the moment, they sit imperious at the top of the Saudi Pro League. And they will sit at the top of the Western region of the AFC Champions League Elite. A goal difference of short flashed by, but I'll just double check that, because no, they won by 3-1 in their first game, so they're going to have a goal difference of +6, which will put them a long way further forward than people, but that just gives the pressure to everybody else. A little bit of scoreboard pressure, as we would call it now, because whoever comes up against Shorta will be expected to do the same if they're to run alongside Al Hilal, Al Sad, Al Nasser, Esteghlal, Al Wasl, Al Ain, Persepolis, Faktakor, Al Rayyan and Al Harafa, who were leading at the break in their game, I've been told. Cross in by Al Qahtani, Machine with a header up and over his own crossbar. Good night's work by Al Hilal's defence. They'll be looking at the clean sheet. Bono had to make a few saves. And now it's going to be Al Qahtani late on in the piece, 89th minute. Rather flat and a rather a decent clearance ultimately there by Mohamed Ali. I don't think it went quite the way he wanted to. I think he was facing the other way. Al Qahtani gets a second chance to put in a ball that will beat the first man. He does so. Ahmed Basel with the punch away. Nasser Al-Dosari, Renan Lodi near side, Khalid Al-Ghanan, Kanu. Well, the points are pretty much, well, not pretty much in the bag. They're up on the board. There's how long is to be added on. But it'll be an Al Shorta comeback of some sort. But what Al Shorta don't want is a 5th or a 6th in the time added on to turn it into a slaughter for Al Shorta. Al Qahtani over the top. Substitutes again will always be full of running. Ahmed Yahi got the back there. And here's my man, 37 years of age, full of running, Fahad Yusuf. As we move into the final minute of the 90. I'll wait to see what the board says. Can't see it down below me at the moment. Al-Dosari, scorer of the 4th goal, to play it through, but again 5 additional minutes, a minimum of to be played at the end of this 90 here of what has been an enjoyable game, contrasting lifestyles for the two sides in terms of being able to spend the vast and copious amounts of money. Al Shorta can't. Al Hilal have. Renan Lodi turns it against the legs of Bassam. And it's a long way away from the Al Shorta goal, which will appease them as we move into the 92nd minute. For me, your humble commentator, I can tell you that I think that Al Shorta have done very well. Sounds really bizarre when they're on the end of a 4-0 drubbing. I think they've been in some precarious positions during this game, and they've soldiered on in the face of the might of Al Hilal. Chance now for Al-Ghanam to come in. Kanu. A little flick over the top, should be an offside flag. Indeed there is. With a big poleaxe in the back. That's Mohamed Ali. Does well to get away. Actually gets his shot off, a little bit hurried, under pressure from Nasser Al-Dosari. Quite impressed with Mohamed Ali's so much his industry, but his willingness to try and get a shot off on target. Lovely bit of footwork down his near side by Al Ghanam. Sam tries to win it back. He has won it back. Can there be a chance here for Mohamed Ali? Is there a goal for the side from Iraq? No. Again, a contest has gone into a trilogy. Mohamed Ali thwarted by Bono for the third time in stoppage time. But it just goes to show you that Al Hilal can give you an opportunity. Mohamed Ali will possibly wish that one of them has got him. Cancelo. Hashim with the clearance. Leonardo chips it to the back post. Not going to find Al Ghanam. Supported by Renan Lodi though. That's Al Dosari. Trying to orchestrate things late on in the piece here. Al Ghanam. Back to goal. Lovely turn that is by Al Hamdan, but just showed enough to Al Shorta's defence to try and get it away. And IRQ there is caught in possession. Terrific feat there by Abdul Razak Kassim. Can't quite get it out of their penalty area, and again it's been given away. A little give and go, and what a goal that is. Pull the trigger and pick it out. What a goal that is. Really didn't need any invitation whatsoever. Mohamed Kano getting the goal on the 95th minute, and now the scoreline looks a little bit of a travesty. But Al Shorta, all their hard work, and you will look back at the goal headlines after the game is finished and it won't show you the amount of work they've put in there. But Mohamed Kano makes it 5. Cherry on the cake. Al Hilal look as though they've strolled to victory, and the scoreline would say that as well. The referee says that's enough. 2 quick goals in the first half in the space of 4 minutes. Mitrovic to Milinkovic, the shot saved by Basil, rebound turned in by Leonardo for 1-0. 4 minutes later, short corner, Lodi with a cross, Mitrovic header made it 2. Al Shorta quelled the Al Hilal fire till the break, but in the second half, a loose pass saw Salem Al Dosari make the best of a mistake and fire in from the edge of the box for 3-0. That was 4-0 when Nasser Al Dosari, with one of his first touches, turned in a lovely cross by João Cancelo. And right in time added on at the end, a sweet strike from Kanu gives the scoreline a rather big look for Al Hilal. It's finished here at the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium in Riyadh. Al Hilal 5, Al Shorta 0.
شرطة فوق العراق سيدات سادتي النتيجة النهائية لهذه المباراة 5 أهداف لنادي To visit the official AFC website, the AFC.com, for more details on the AFC Champions competitions. سيداتي سادتي نشكركم على حضوركم وندعوكم ولمزيد من المعلومات حول مسابقات الاتحاد الآسيوي الأخرى. ندعوكم لزيارة المنصة للاتحاد الآسيوي لكرة القدم